a different trip this year, we decided to enter the Victorian High Country on the eastern side at Mansfield and travel in a generally easterly direction to a place on the Victorian-New South Wales border known as Tom Groggin. Our path from Mansfield so far takes us past Cobbler Plateau, past Picture Point, and down to follow the McAllister River to Lacola. We then wobbled our way north, then east again to visit the Pinnacles and tackled Billy Goat's Bluff before heading to Dargo. After Dargo, we had a slight mishap near the end of Murdering Spur Track and spent a couple of hours self-recovering out of a sloppy boghole before arriving at Dawson City. After Dawson City, we did the brilliant Haunted Stream Track with its 54 river crossings before spending New Year's Eve at Limestone Creek. We pick up on New Year's Day in 2022, where we leave Limestone Creek, but not before exploring the nearby caves. Okay, today is the 1st of January 2022. We're at Limestone Creek for New Year's Eve. It was a very quiet affair. We went to bed long before midnight, only because we were driven inside by the absolute teeming swards of gnats and midges. Made it impossible to be outside, so a fun spot not. Lovely green grassed area, but it's hoarding for insects and gnats. Been in the blazing sun since it came up, so it's very hot today. It's already, I don't know what the temperature is because my thermometer sensor is in direct sunlight, so it's saying 500 degrees. It feels like it. Before we leave here, we're going to look for some caves supposed to exist. I have a waypoint for them. It's just basically a guess from a mark on a map. We'll see if that pans out. They're revelers from last night. I initially had the wrong location for the caves. We started out in the wrong direction. However, after conferring with some fellow campers who were more local than we were, the actual location of them was revealed. You need to locate a small, locally constructed footbridge across the stream associated with the campground and follow the footpath for some 150 metres. This Google Earth image shows the campground layout in relation to the caves. This was our camping position, with the relative position of the footbridge and the caves marked for reference. Well, we found the log bridge, which leads to the camp. There we go, see, hardly a challenge. That's the one. Right, let me walk back along here. The actual entrance is not really obvious, but it's in amongst some rocks and the track leads directly to it. And it's a hands and knees job over wet rocks to get in, so don't wear your Sunday best. Also, take a torch, or better still a headlamp. It's as black as pitch inside. Around the texture of the walls is interesting. There are various holes and caverns. Up here, the roof, see stalagmites just glistening with water. Interesting formation there, broken off. lots of water flows over these. You could go back in there, but I'm not going to. There you go, Limestone Creek caves. Our path today essentially had us on the Davies Plains track. One that's easy, moderate or difficult, depending on who you listen to. We found it to be moderate at the best, with only one wet, tricky section immediately north of the Davies Plains hut. But even that was no worse than we'd already covered. However, more rain would have been a different story though. We were to end our day at the Limestone Creek camping area. The Davies Plain hut was originally built by the Gibson family, which many local cattlemen subsequently used, and dates around 1939. This addition at the rear is, I believe, a wood storage area and was added in later years. The actual hut is constructed of large woolly butt logs with a steep tin roof to stop snow accumulation. Inside the hut it's a single room affair with a dirt floor and this large fireplace at the end. In 1995, it was substantially rebuilt, presumably only because it was suffering from serious neglect and not destroyed by fire, as this hut has miraculously survived all bushfires that have swept through the area, including the latest one in January 2020. Sadly, many of the other huts in the area just weren't so lucky. The last cattle were grazed here in 1956, and these would be the horse holding yards. I wouldn't think they'd be the original, but more likely to have been part of a 1995 rebuild. But I'm only guessing. Okay, leaving Davies Plain hut, just heading back on the track and going through this beautiful bit of scenery. The road's less than that though, but what the heck. I want to avoid those two holes. Little quick to cross over. It would be, yeah, seeing brumbies gallivanting around. There's a big hole in the middle of it. There we are. I'll take the easy money track. That one's not difficult. Oh, shit. Why would you try? Oh my goodness, that's why they tried. Okay, they've tried to go around it.
Well, I want to go through that. Can you go back further over there?
You keep going around, going further and further.
Yeah, because that's just nasty stuff. Can we?
If I get a run over it, I can.
This is all moving in here.
No, no.
Easy.
Wow, this is again, people with 35-inch tyres have been driving the tracks and left ruts you can't jump out of.
Yep. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Until we get ours.
Oh, well, I hope that's got a track around it.
Yep.
that end, but not the rest of it. Apparently we're 34 k's from Tom Groggin. Okay, we're only 20 odd k's from Tom Groggin, but knowing that it's going to be absolutely chock-a-block full of people, we've opted for this nice little camping area here in the Limestone Creek camping area. Not this spot right here, I'm just doing a U-ey so we can go to the place we've chosen out of thousands. No one's coming that way. Nice little spot under some trees here. And there's nobody else here at the moment. So, this is home. Okay, today is the morning of the 2nd of January. It's day 10 of our trip, and the last day we're going to cut it short and not go up to Mount Pinnabar because of engine issues, etc, etc. But so we're leaving our camp here at Limestone Creek and heading to Tom Groggin, across the Murray, briefly into New South Wales, and then escape home via the bitumen. And that's our plan for today. It's only about 3 k's up to Tom Groggin, so we'll see how we go. As I said, beautiful campsite at Limestone Creek. Had some people over there camped with us, or camped in the vicinity. We were with them last night at Limestone Creek as well. Yeah, nice enough group of people, quiet, didn't bother us. We didn't bother them. Everybody's happy. Oh, look at that hole there. And a nice dip in the nice cool river. Get us started. It's deeper than I thought it was. Yeah. It's a motorcyclist group of 5 family. 5 come across this morning and got stuck in the creek. The lead rider stalled it, nearly got washed away, and spent half an hour getting water out of his engine. All the rest of them pushed their bikes across the creek. Right, some entertainment whilst having a coffee this morning. And breakfast. As I said, the Murray crossing is only a few kilometres up the track. We went past it to have a look at Dogman's hut, which was pretty uninspiring, before heading back to the crossing point. Okay, here we are at Tom Groggin, trying to cross the Murray River and come across a minor traffic jam. Yeah, I'm going to go up and talk to him. Because I'm going to turn behind this Hilux here. Okay, it gets deep.
You said it wasn't deep.
No, but it gets deep.
Oh.
But it apparently has a firm base, so it's no problems. Got lots of traction. First gear. The thing that made the crossing tricky was the fact that you had to enter the river blind. That is, you couldn't see the exit until you were in the river and committed. And although we had watched a Hilux cross earlier and noted the depth, it still turned out to be much deeper than I had anticipated, with the bow wave coming over the top of the bull bar. Again, the camera problems with the windscreen reflections ruined what would have been the bit of footage I really wanted to capture. So I guess we're all stuck with this compromised version. Trust me, no one is more disappointed than me. It's not deep there, no. But it gets deep. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. It will be. If necessary, I'll just let the water drain out. Go back a little bit. Get some moomba up there.
Yay!
There we go.
Oh.
Woo.
Oh.
I'll tell you now, I was less than confident in doing that as a solo vehicle. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.